I call the member for New England.
Mr Deputy Speaker, and it's never so much of a joy as to talk about regional Australia and the National Party as today. I acknowledge how many times you would see it on the Hansard, the Labor Party have mentioned the National Party, because they obviously acknowledge the work we do and are obviously fearful of it. And I commend the new National Party Senator for Tasmania and the hard work he is doing, Senator Martin. But let us just start. Who banned the live cattle trade? The Labor Party. Who's going to ban the live sheep trade? The Labor Party. Who fought against us on decentralisation for such things as APVMA diameter? The Labor Party. Who's taking money out of our dams portfolio so that we can build dams and drive investment? The Labor Party. Who had no money on the table for the Inland Rail in the last budget? The Labor Party. Who did not stand up and actually propose? We've had the member for Hunter, he was sitting down the back, now he's actually left the building. He's not even here anymore, doesn't believe it. Where is the Labor Party's drought policy? Haven't seen it, doesn't exist. What about mobile phones? How much did the Labor Party spend on mobile phones in their term? Nothing. They are absolutely hopeless. There is nothing that they will do. The Regional Investment Corporation, who's going to get rid of it after we set it up? The Labor Party. And they had the temerity to come in here and say that they represent regional areas. There is not one thing, when you listen to them, if you listen closely, there's nothing that actually talks about regional Australia. There's nothing that actually talks about regional Australia. Just a whole grab bag of issues that go across the top. Who are the people who decided to set up one of their regions as Parramatta? The Labor Party. The Labor Party. Aren't they remarkable? Aren't they remarkable? And today, when they have the chance to actually come in here and say the National Party did a great job in decentralisation, they should support it. They should say, we like the way the National Party has building dams and we should support them. God knows how long we had to wait for them to come to the party on Rookwood Weir. They should support us on the Inland Rail and say where in their budget the money is so they will build it. They should support us on rolling out mobile phone towers, but they never do. They have no vision for regional Australia. And now we have the drought. I would have thought in a drought time that you would have had a myriad of questions about the premier issue in regional Australia. I thought you would have the dignity and the decency during question time to be firing question after question after question to us about the drought. Not one. Not one. This is all theatre, Mr Deputy Speaker. It's theatre. They don't have it. They don't care. And that's about where it is. Even whilst this MPI is going, while this MPI is going, the member for Hunter has gone. He doesn't even think he belongs in here. He doesn't even support you. Your own minister is not here. Your minister for Agriculture is not here. He doesn't even care. He's left. He's the most hopeless agricultural shadow minister we've ever had. He was a complete and utter joke. Never got a question, can't get a question up in question time, leaves during the MPI, and you stand there saying you're representing regional Australia. It is an absurdity, a total absurdity. Now we have to look at the drought, and I'm going to reflect on the drought. I hope the drought is a bipartisan view. I think there are so much fires bipartisan, floods are bipartisan, cyclones are bipartisan, and so should be drought. And so should be drought. I want to commend the Minister for the changes to the Farm Household Allowance, incredibly important. And I want to make a couple of suggestions about things that we could do, things we could do if we worked in a bipartisan way. The Commonwealth Environmental Water Holder has a huge resource in water, and we have a crisis. We have a national crisis. There should be the capacity for the Commonwealth Environmental Water Holder to put water into irrigating fodder. If you want to be serious, you could actually work towards that. You could lobby for that. And I'm absolutely stating that is something that should be now put on the agenda so that we can start growing the lucerne that is needed. We need a huge amount of feed, and it is running out, literally running out. We have got to be able to make sure that we move the infrastructure projects forward that are required so that towns that are in the epicentre of the drought can at least get the commercial benefit from the infrastructure projects such as road projects, which would have to be done in any case. That could be moved forward and dealt with now. We have, and I commend the Leader of the Opposition on something he suggested the other day, where he talked about the use of agronomists for the sowing down of country that is in some instances virtually sterilised. I'll close with this. Guess what the rainfall for Tamworth has been this year? a bit over 4 inches. Guess what the rainfall is for Riyadh in Saudi Arabia? 4 inches.